Welcome to the channel, guys. Today, very exciting news. I'm getting a new set of headlights for Whistling Dixie.
Huh?
What?
What he means is I'm getting new headlights and he's getting lightly used headlights off of my truck.
All right,
He's
let
like
me
a
rephrase.
scavenger.
Let me rephrase. I'm getting free headlights. Although everything on your truck's free because we all buy it for you for Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, and I love my little brother gifts.
That's not how I recall it. Anyway, guys, moving into the truck here. So
let me grab the camera. Jared's gonna walk you through how to get these headlights out, and by default, we're gonna show you how to take this grill out. It's actually the same for regardless of whatever grill you have for a 7.3 or a 6.0.
So this is from
other than OBS.
This is from 99 through 07. There's a few screws across the top.
So we got 4 screws across the top, I believe, right?
So screws on up top are out. You can either lean the grill forward and pinch these tabs down here.
There are tabs along the bottom. I don't think I can get this on the camera, but
I like to go down here.
Yeah, that's actually how I do it as well. Sometimes the tabs come out with you, sometimes the grill comes off the tabs, but it's not difficult.
A little at a time.
Just be gentle. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to break anything. Just as long as you take your time. Don't go ripping around. Just know that there's tabs along the bottom. That easy. Baby brother still needs a helping hand every now and then.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a massacre up in here. Look at all those bugs.
Oh, and you actually
You're like an exterminator.
You can actually drive your truck.
On top of the headlamp, you got a bolt there, and then in between here, in between the bumper and the headlight, you'll have to sneak a, what was it, 5.5?
5.5, I believe, is the
5.5 millimeter socket in there, and you got one there and one there. You probably won't see that. All right, so Jared already got these off. You can pull it right out. So you got 2 connections in the back then for the side marker and the headlamp. And the turn signal, so 3.
Yeah, there's 3 here.
Okay, here, I'll hold them. Alright, so if you'll notice here, this is how you'd want to cut out this fiberglass piece if you want to, if you have an earlier than 05.
99 through 04. I need to actually touch this one up a little bit. I need to trim here a little more and down here. It's definitely a learning curve. These
fancy.
They have the LEDs across the bottom, the halos.
Keeping up with the Jeffersons.
Your low beam is a projector, then your high beam's just open like that. Should look pretty cool. Now on the back, going to something like this means you have some wiring. This part will plug right in.
Mm-hmm. Are these the 2 halos?
Now these pieces here, I believe, are all the halos and the LED bulbs, which I'm happy they did this. You used to not be able to replace these LEDs if they went out. It seems like now they've made it a little more accessible to do that. I think that's a nice little touch they added. And they tie them all up and try to half organize.
All right, so we're going to look at this. We're going to try to figure it out for you in case you guys want these headlights. And then we'll show you how we wire them up before we install.
Hey guys, so we have both headlights out, the grille's off, and I just want to show you guys the adapter that it takes to run the H13 bulb that the 05 through 07 lights use. You can get these real cheap, just a couple wires, but they have nice connectors, so everything's weatherproof here. Really like it. They're cheap. This was a fairly inexpensive setup to put on the truck in the first place, and it works well. But yeah, this is all you do. Plugs in. There it is. and they'll hook right up to my new ones. So we're going to next show you how to tell which wire is which on the turn signal. We'll have to get this turned on and that bulb out.
All right, guys. So here's the turn signal. Is this the turn signal?
This is your running light and turn signal.
Running light and turn signal. This is dirty, but I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. The far to the right is your black. That's going to be your ground. So I have it set to DC. If we go to the middle, it shows a steady 11.8 volts. And then if we go to the end, it starts jumping around. What's the one that jumps around, Jared?
The jump around one is your turn signal or your hazard lights. So we know the far side connector on here is the one that we need to splice in for a turn signal.
The middle is our constant.
That's what we're going to wire the halos and the LEDs to, and then obviously the ground. So we're going to get these wired up. We'll show you what the end product is before we install the headlight. Josh?
All right. So I'm going to show you how we're putting the clamps on. We got a black ground wire spliced into the ground, and then the parking light. So what we do is we take these splicers. They're very nice, and we're just going to slip. This is the turn signal. Yeah, turn signal. One thing we did think about was maybe going with a third color, but we opted not to, so you need to know which red's which. So take your splicer. That metal piece has two fine lines. It just cuts through the insulation on the wire and connects without having to cut through the original wire. Once that metal piece is down, then all you have to do is slip this cover over. There you go. Now we're going to put males on these, and then we'll put females on the headlights. So we'll be right back with you to show you how we finish this install up on the truck.
All right, guys, so here we are. Here's the headlight. So we hooked all the power up to one. We put it in a blue connector here you can heat shrink.
So the green wire is to all the other powers. The two red LED or halo and the white for the LEDs. The green goes to your parking light. The yellow is another power, but that is your turn signal, so that's separate. And then all four black wires. So that's your three connections right there.
Then we got these male-female adapters crimped in there.
That way you can pull them apart. You can take your headlight out. And then these weatherproof, we just heated them up with a lighter and made a good connection.
So we're gonna get this put in and show you the end product. I have a few things I need to touch up tomorrow to make them fit their, like the housing they sit in is a little bigger than the 05 style I had in. So I need to do a little trimming. I'll get that on video, post a video up of that. Probably kind of do a quick tutorial on the 05 headlight conversion, but they look awesome. I think
they do really complete the front end. They're gonna look killer with that Raptor grill. Raptor grill install coming soon.
Alright guys, that was our video showing how we wired up the new projector style headlights with the LEDs and the angel eye halos around the high beam and low beam. Hope you guys like this. Hope it showed you how to do it. It's a pretty simple process. It can look a little intimidating at first, but just take your time, follow our video. It's worked flawlessly thus far, and I really enjoy it. It's also nice because it's easy to revert back to stock if you want to, or if there's a different style stock 05 headlight you'd prefer, it's easy to go right back. You didn't do anything permanent to your truck, so that we think that's really neat that we don't mess any of that up in the process. So Please guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this upload, and leave a comment below letting us know what you want to see in future content.